Hello students, today we are going to start our chapter 2 of civics, what is democracy and why democracy. And if you want to understand the chapter properly, you need to open your book with this video. So students, here is our chapter 2, what is democracy and why democracy. Chapter 1 of the civics is not in syllabus, that's why we are starting with the chapter 2, what is democracy and why democracy. First thing, what is democracy? A simple definition, democracy means democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people, in which the leaders are elected by the people, or simply we can say democracy is to the people, for the people and by the people. Right. So what is there? There are some countries which are democratic and some countries which are considered as non-democratic. Why? Why such kind of thing is there? That some countries are known as democratic and some countries are known as non-democratic. The reason is, see, some countries are democratic government and some countries are non-democratic government. Democratic governments where the rulers are elected by the people and people are having the freedom to do the work as per their own wish. There in democratic government, people are having the fundamental rights and the elected leaders have to do the work according to the wishes of the people. They cannot use the power in the indiscriminate manner. They have to work according to the constitution, that is a democratic government. What are non-democratic government? Where the military rule is there, dictator is there, monarchy is there, that kind of rule is known as non-democratic government, or unitary government system, or unitary government system too considered as the non-democratic government. What is the unitary system? Unitary system means this only one power is there, that is a form of government, but only the one type of one level of government is there. Everyone is working under the that kind of government. So what is democratic government? Democratic government means where the leaders are elected by the people, that is known as the democratic government. So there are some features. There are some features of the democratic government. So here is the simple definition. Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. So what is there next? Features of democracy. What is there? Features of democracy. What are the features of democracy? You might have read in class 8. The features of democracy, who are the rulers? Means the rulers are elected by the people. The person, those who are elected by the people, they are the rulers. Number 2, what kind of election? What kind of election? Free and competitive elections are held. First feature was rulers are elected by the people. Number 2, free and competitive elections are held. Free means not under the pressure of anyone, right? And competitive means everyone is free to contest the election. And third is the people who can elect. The people who can elect means each adult, irrespective of religion, education, caste, color, wealth, have one vote, one value. It means the person with the age of 18 and above 18 is having the right to vote, and that is one vote and one value. And another, what kind of a form of a government? The elected rulers take decisions, limits set by constitutional law and the citizens' right. It means the elected leaders cannot take the decision as their own or for their own benefit. They have to do the work according to the wishes of the people. Next is rule of law. Next feature is rule of law, and next is the rights of the citizens must be protected through constitution. What is there? This is also the feature. The rights of the citizens must be protected through constitution. What? How many kinds of rights are there? How many kinds of rights are there? Three kinds of rights are there. One is fundamental right, number two constitutional right, number three moral right. Right, in the next video I will tell you about these rights, that the fundamental right, constitutional right, and the moral right. And next, there must be an independent judiciary. What is the feature of democracy? That judiciary must be independent. Means the judiciary will not work under the control of the government. Right, these are the features of the democratic government. So let's start with the first feature, major decisions by the elected leaders. You know what was there in Pakistan? In Pakistan, General Pervez Musharraf led a military coup. Please note down the important points. Keep the extra notebook with you, keep the notebook with you, and your book also. Please make or note down the extra points. You know what was there in Pakistan? General Pervez Musharraf led a military coup in the October 1999. What is military coup? Means he overthrown the democratically elected government with the help of military. What he did? General Pervez Musharraf, he removed or overthrew the government that was democratically elected with the help of military, that is known as military coup. And when it was happened in October 1999. So what was their next thing? Next thing was there that in 2002, and sorry, he declared himself as the president of the country. He declared as the chief executive of the country. First he declared himself as the chief executive of the country, and afterwards he declared as the president of the country. When in 2002 he held a referendum. In 2002 he held a referendum in the country. What is the referendum? A kind of election. Right. So what was there? In 2002 he held a referendum in the country which was based on malpractices and fraud, granted him 5-year extension. What is there? Malpractices means bad things he used to win that referendum, and fraud he did. After that, what he did? So what was there? In 2002 he held a referendum and he got the extension for next 5 years. But what was there? Pakistani media, human rights organizations, and democracy activists said that the referendum was based on malpractices. So what he did, after becoming the president in August 2002, what he did? He issued a legal framework order. He issued a legal framework order. After passing the legal framework order, he gave the president power to dismiss the national and provincial assemblies. Means he amended. He declared, he got more power. He gave more power to the presidentship, that president is having the power to dismiss. What he did? To amend the constitution. He got the power to dismiss the assemblies, that is National Assembly and Provincial Assemblies. Elections were held to national and provincial assemblies. In this case, Pakistan has had elections What was there? Pakistan has had elections. Elected representatives have some powers, but final power rests with the military officers and General Pervez Musharraf himself. So this should not be called a democracy. What was there? In Pakistan, elections were there, elected representatives were also there, but what was there, that they were having only some power. The elected representatives were having only some power. Main power was with the General Pervez Musharraf and with the military officers. So this should not be called a democracy. Next thing, free and, so what is there? In a democracy, the final decision making power rests with those elected by the people. Those elected by the people. What is there? The elected representatives, those who are having the power. When they are having the power, then is only what is there, that is known as democracy. Right. Next thing is free and fair competition. Free and fair competition. Let's take the example of China. What was there in China? In China, elections are regularly held after 5 years for electing the country's parliament, called National People's Congress. What is there? In China, elections are held after every 5 years for electing the country's parliament, called National People's Congress. But what is there next? The National People Congress has power to appoint the president of the country. You can see the party is having the power to appoint the president of the country. It has nearly 3000 members. It has nearly 3000 members from all over the China. Some members are elected by army. What is there? Some members are elected by the army. And before contesting elections, a candidate needs the approval of the Chinese Communist Party. What is there in China? In China, elections are there, but what is there? Only one party is there in China, that is Chinese Communist Party. Main party is Chinese Communist Party, but other parties are also there, but that party has to take the permission, or the candidates has to take the permission from the Chinese Communist Party to contest election, and that party is also has to do the work under the control of Chinese Communist Party. Only those who are members of Chinese Communist Party or 8 smaller parties allied to it were allowed to contest elections held in 2002-3. What was there in 2002-3? Which was the main party? Chinese Communist Party. Other 8 smaller parties were there that was allied with the Chinese Communist Party, but they also has to do the work under the control of Chinese Communist Party. The government is always formed by the Communist Party. So can we say that in China, what is there? Democracy is there. What we can say, the government is always formed by the Communist Party. So in China, free and fair elections are not there. And what is there in Mexico? Its independence in 1930. Since its independence in 1930, when Mexico got independence in 1930, Mexico holds elections after every 6 years. After how many years elections are there in Mexico? After every 6 years, right? To elect the president. The military has never been under, the country has never been under the military or dictator rule. But until 2000, every election was won by a party known as PRI. That is Institutional Revolutionary Party. That is PRI, but you have to learn that Institutional Revolutionary Party. And what is there in Mexico? Opposition party did not contest election, but did contest election but never managed to win, because PRI is using many dirty tricks to win election. All those were employed in the those whosoever was there in the government jobs, they were compelled to give the votes to the PRI, and the government teachers, they were compelling. See, the teachers of government schools used to force the parents to vote for PRI. Media was under the control of PRI, largely ignored the activities of the opposition political parties except to criticize them. What was there? That the media was criticizing the opposition party and they were favoring the Mexico's party, that is PRI, that is Institutional Revolutionary Party. Sometimes the polling booths were shifted from one place to another in last minute, which made it difficult for the people to cast their votes, and the PRI spent a large sum of money in campaigning for its candidates. So these kinds of election is not considered as free and fair election. So what is there in democracy? A democracy must be based on free and fair elections where those currently in power have the fair chance of losing. What is there? That those who are in power, they must be having the fear that in the next election they can lose. If such kind of fear is there, then only we can say these elections are democratic elections, right? So next thing, what is there? One person and one vote and one value. One person, one vote, one value means suppose I am having the right to vote, and I am having right to vote means my vote is having one value. It doesn't mean that if I belong to the rich community or the rich person, or I am the political leader, it doesn't mean that I am having the one vote but the vote is having 2 or 3 value, means one vote is equal to 2 or 3 vote. It is not there. So what is there? In Saudi Arabia, women do not have right to vote. Please note it down. In Saudi Arabia, women do not have right to vote. Estonia has made its citizenship rule in such a way people who belonging to Russian minority find it difficult to get right to vote. Means Estonia, what is there? The person, those who are in minority, Russian minority, they are not having right to vote. In Fiji, what is there? The electoral system in such a way that vote of an indigenous Fiji means those who were born and brought up in Fiji, they are having more value of the vote as comparison to the Indian Fiji. So what is there? In a democracy, each adult citizen must be having one vote, and each vote must be having one value.